Hey, this is Rob for JTRpodcast.com, and this is Diesel Demolition Derby, a sort of drafting robot fighting game. And it's a very simple game, so you have this big deck of cards, and you don't use all of them. You have this card here, it tells you which cards you use depending on the player count. There's also a little symbol in the bottom telling you which cards you're going to be using for the player counts as well. So here are the different card types. This is their rank, this is sort of their strength on the left-hand side, then their name in the middle, and then on the right, how many of them are in the game, depending on the number of players you're playing with. We played with 3 players, so we're taking that left-hand column. So we've got 2 contraptions, 2 Wunderwaffe, and some tanks, battle mechs, and ravagers. And quite simply, all you do is you shuffle those cards together, and you deal each player a number of cards equal to the number of players plus 2. So we had a hand of 5 cards each. And all you do on your turn is you pick one of those cards, you put it face down, and once everybody's picked, you reveal simultaneously. You then resolve the abilities of those cards from the highest strength down to the lowest. You then pass the cards to your left, and you do that again until you got to the final card, then it's discarded. But we'll just go back to what happens when you play a card. So all the cards have different abilities when they're played. Some have an instant ability, some have an ongoing effect. But basically they're going to be messing with other players. They're going to be saying things like, if this was the only Ravager played this turn, then discard the card with the highest rank, for example. Or one of the tanks, I remember, says that when you play it, it can't be destroyed, so you're guaranteed to have that tank in play. And they all have these different abilities that mess with each other. And when you've all played all your cards, you're then just going to look to see who's got the highest strength. You add up all the strength, all the ranks total of all your bots still in play. Whoever's got the most will get a point. If there's a tie, whoever's got the most robots in play, and then again, if it's still a tie, then both of those players will score. But you score these little cogs, and once you've got 3 pieces, you win the game. It's that simple. And these are metal because I got them in the Kickstarter, but you do get some nice cardboard ones that fit together really well, and they look and feel really nice as well, so don't worry about missing out on these metal ones. They just, between you and me, they just bounce around in the box and dint your cards anyway, so don't worry about it. But that's not all. I also had the Arenas expansion, and what that does is that adds a rule on top of all your other rules in the game. So the first time we played with this mass pass, so it says the winner of the derby is the player who controls the most combatants. So you ignore any strength, you're just trying to keep as many robots in play as you can for the end of the round in order to score the point. But yeah, all those arenas are quite cool. It makes every round slightly different, because in our case we did play where everybody had 2 points, it was next point winner. So we played 7 rounds, we played 6 with the arenas, and that kept the game fresh, so that was really good. But it was a really simple game, very rules light but very fun. It was one of those games where you just held your head in your hands when you turn over your card and realise you've played the exact card you didn't want to play based on what other people have picked. It's even worse when somebody plays a card that screws you over and you pass them that card because you forgot all about it, which happened to me twice. So hopefully I won't do that again. But yeah, that was it's really fun. There's a few ambiguities with the wording on the cards. There's a couple where I read it one way and somebody else read it a different way. So that could do with being sorted out. But apart from that, very nice game, nice artwork, nice look, very simple. That is Diesel Demolition Derby with the Arenas expansion. Remember to like this video if you found it useful, share it to let others know about it, and subscribe to the channel for more Game Day First Play videos as well as other board game related content. You can find me on Twitter at JTR Podcast, support the show at patreon.com/JTR Podcast, and find the blog and podcast at JTRpodcast.com. I've been Rob, aka Jesta the Rogue, and I'll see you soon.